another episode of Make It Make Sense. See, when you get older, you really have to be mindful of scams. People try to scam you. They look at you and they see, the gray hair, and they think to themselves, oh, this, I got a duck right here. I could play him, right? So I saw this podcasting studio. I went to it. The dude had the setup real smooth. It was in his crib, but I mean, it was like state of the art equipment, everything he had with the mics, the lights, everything. I was like, damn, man. I said, when I get set up, man, I want to get me something like this. He was like, sure, man. When you get everything going, give me a call. So I was like, okay, cool. So long story short, we chopped it up. I moved into my spot. And I was like, yo, man, I got a perfect spot to do a great setup for a podcast, right? And he was like, all right, I'll come check you out. So he comes to the crib, check it out, told me everything I needed, boom. And then so I conferred with one of his business partners and we started talking back and forth. And she was like, oh, yeah, he'll charge you X amount to do the whole setup. So I was like, okay, cool, perfect. When I'm ready to do it, I hit him up. So then he hit me like, oh, nah, I'm going to need that for coming out. How stupid did he think I was? What kind of duck did he think he found? So I ain't gonna lie. I got, I got, see, I've matured, so I don't go back and forth, but I just went ghost, like blocked him, everything. Like, don't ever call me again. Like, I won't even attempt to have a discussion with you trying to scam me like that. I mean, like, dude, like I was born at night, but not yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So it just really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I ran into him at a spot. Dude came up to me, right? And we shook hands and stuff and up because I kind of knew to myself, like, I know you got enough sense to know I wasn't finna pay you for coming to my crib, showing me, basically telling me what I needed. That's it. Giving me information. Like, dude, I give you some gas money because you came by here. If that's how you feel, yeah, I'm not paying you a full fee worth of work for literally you came by the crib and you basically talked to me what I need about what I needed, and we did some stuff on the internet. So I ran into him at another spot and I talked and he wanted, yeah, man, we need to talk. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and talk, man. What we need to talk about? And he was like, well, I had told you. I said, nah, bro. I say, look, man. I say, because he ran into me at a comedy show. I said, let me tell you something. I say, when I came here tonight, I knew exactly how much money I was getting paid. I say, before I got in my car and crunk it up, there was an agreement on how much I was getting paid before I came here. That's how you do business. Had you told me you was charging me X amount to come to my house, I would have told you to stay where you was. I'd have said, nah, bro, I don't need your help. I said, bro, I could do it on my own. I said, but the fact that you came through and then after that, you gonna send me a invoice? Bruh, talking about, but I showed you stuff. I gave you information. I said, man, that stuff I could have Googled. I said, don't play with me, man. I said, don't play with me. I said, look, I don't owe you nothing. I said, but if you feel like I owe you something, I said, what I'll do is I'll shoot you some gas money for coming through. That I appreciate. And I'll put some gas money in your pocket. I said, but as far as me paying you a fee after you came over to the crib and then you going to tell me what you charging me? Come on, man. Get out of here, man. How stupid I look. Make it make sense, man. You got to be careful out here when you're an OG, man. These young cats are trying to scam you. Stay on your game, baby. Pedigree.